I don't know this place. I know the other one, but not this one.
For the purposes of doing a quick mining run, all you need to know is that just run straight across through the field into this cave. And in here will be maybe 4 or 5 nodes. Should give you Mocholite and ice crystals, along with some other various account items.
Ice crystal, whetstone, Mechalite, iron ore, rune essence.
You might get things such as crystal bones and aura stone pieces. Those are account items. That basically translates into bonus dosh. Fun fact, so these little huts, if a black cat ever steals anything from you and he gets away, you just need to find a rock with all these red markings and all these random tidbits in front of it. That's where you find it.
I was wondering what those were about. Is that a zone over there?
Yeah, that ravine over there, that opening over there is a zone. This hole is not.
Can we descend into the home?
No, that hole is there for decoration.
Ration. First, who the hell leaves a ration lying around? And secondly, what kind of person does it make me that I took it?
Well, maybe you're hungry.
I should have bought a pickaxe.
Oh, you out of pickaxes again?
Yes.
I have...
You stole my herbs, you son of a bitch.
I have one more to give you. God, don't punch me with your shield.
There's jerk cats.
Yeah, there's a cat problem.
I've recovered my herb.
Gotta have cats. Okay. Yeah, Osriel, like, for God's sake.
Oh, I need to put away my weapon, that's why.
Yeah. Osriel, I used to be rank 45, but I had all my data lost, so I have to start all over from scratch. But let me know when that breaks, or if you're just out of nodes, whichever comes first.
I've only seen 2. Wait, there's one. Law rune, cosmic rune.
I'm surprised you remember the names of all those runes.
I've played a lot of RuneScape.
Take enough of those crystal bones, you bury them, but you so we don't get ransacked by some zombie. Was it a ghost? Was it a ghost that attacked you, or was it a zombie?
Wait, where?
In RuneScape, if you buried too many bones, you were attacked by a monster. Like, as you continue to bury bones, you'd have an increased chance of something coming up and attacking you, so you didn't just farm prayer points.
I've never had that happen.
I've had that happen to me once. I think it was like a level 55 ghoul or something. Yeah, Osriel, after you kill the final monster in G rank, the rank unlocks. So you can go beyond only being up to 8, and then you just progressively gain hunter rank points like experience points. It's really only there for bragging rights. Okay, so with those minerals, you should have enough stuff to upgrade your weapon. And then we can go hunt some fun things. I sleep now.
But I have to use that iron katana.
Well, if you can upgrade a weapon to green sharpness that isn't that, then I would go for it. But the katana is the first thing I can think of that gives you a good amount of green sharpness right out of the gate. Plus, I think you would like it. The longsword is fast enough to be relevant, And it's also a giant katana, and I don't know, you could be Sephiroth or something.
Oh. I'd rather not relive the time when I made a character in Phantasy Star Online, back when it first released, named Sephiroth, who looked like Cloud.
Oh. Oh no. I'm going to just assume that you did that on purpose. But...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ah, jeez.
I'd say I have no regrets, but I do.
You know what, cat? Do you have any food for me? No, you don't. Sometimes there's just this cat standing in front of this giant rotating piece of meat in front of this giant boiling crock pot. Sometimes he'll give you a free steak. I don't know why. But I think it's when you rank up or something.
Adamant pill, I'm gonna keep that.
Yes, that is good for what we're doing. If you ever play long enough to do the super serious hunts, you will be needing adamant pills and things like that in order to boost your defense before you run out to go get slaughtered. Later monsters are very difficult. There are a couple that are like fun gimmick fights, and there are just a few that are variations on monsters you will have already fought, but some of the monsters are very, very challenging.
Is there a way to... Well, will the requirements for upgrading ever change? Like, will it ever add anything?
Yes, as you continue to upgrade the weapon, it will add in more and more materials that will get increasingly uncommon to find, according to how rare the weapon will become after you upgrade it.
Okay, in that case, I'm torn between taking a risk on an iron sword and upgrading it. It only takes iron. I don't know how or what it's going to take for the next tier.
Well, you could upgrade it once and see how it is next, and then work towards that.
I need one more ice crystal, goddammit. For the katana, anyway. I'll try it. Wait, that was the wrong goddamn sword. Anyhow.
We could always do another desert run if you need to get that ice crystal.
I could also take a chance on the hunter's knife.
If I remember correctly, I think it goes up to iron, and then you need iron and Machilite for the next upgrade. I can't remember. I don't use sword and shield, really.
Carpenter bug, goddammit.
Got to catch the bugs.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, because that doesn't even put it into green. That does. Yeah, I need one more ice crystal, so we're gonna have to do one more run.
Alright.
I keep wanting to roll in town. There are two here.
A posted one to go to the flooded forest. You will be not wanting to take that. That does not give you ice crystals. Sadly, A has made a poor decision. A has been nothing but a disappointment this entire time. Hold on, I'm on a meeting.
Oh yeah, I should do that.
Yeah. Fish and dairy will give you bonuses to gathering. So just, I don't know, put a fish in a cereal bowl and cover it in milk and then just eat it.
Delicious. Fish and milk sounds disgusting.
And yet, it improves your ability to gather materials.
Too late, Snow. The deed is done. Time limit.
There's always a time limit on hunts. They always give you a time limit of 1 hour, unless specifically stated in the mission briefing. And I've never timed out on a hunt. That's 1 hour. If you fight something and you can't kill it in 1 hour, then you have a problem in your equipment. You need to fix that.
It is too late to remind me to get pics.
How many picks do you have?
Just the one you gave me.
Let's see.
You're being murdered. Is there a way to lock on? Because I haven't found it.
There is only a way to lock onto big monsters. You lock onto big monsters by running into them, and then you press ZR. You will automatically lock onto the big monster in the zone.
I see.
It doesn't work on the small ones, though. Okay. Be sure to put away your weapon before you run up and... yeah.
Thank you.
Alright.
Where do you buy those?
There is a merchant in town.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I'm going to go wait at the
So
box, so that way... the second that you get your ice crystal, or whatever you need, we can go ahead and mosey on out of here. The tickets get delivered.
Make a bug net. I don't know what that is, but thank you.
The bug nets are basically little butterfly nets. You run around, you see a red or a blue butterfly floating in one spot. That's a node where you can just gather bugs.
I see, and it gave me a mecha harpoon as well. Thank you, Ezra.
Hunting fish is something you won't really do too often, but usually do it with weak weapons, otherwise you just blast them too quickly.
Iron, whetstone, and an ice crystal.
You got your ice crystal?
Crystal bone.
And let me know when you're done gathering there and I'll go ahead and turn it in.
Okay, I think that's it.
Alright, we're out. Now we should be ready to hunt some things. And what you want to hunt will be completely up to you.
What are our options?
Let's see, our options are we fight the Baroth, and we continue to fight him until you have enough materials to make the armor set. We can fight a dragon, or we could fight a bunny rabbit.
How many?
I think there are other options.
How many runs would you say for the Baroth?
That really depends on your luck, but I will ask this. Do you remember getting a Baroth tail part when you carved that tail?
Maybe.
I would check your box. And,
Is that rare?
Look. It's the harder part to get out of low-ranked Baroth. But if you have that, then it shouldn't take too long to finish your set.
I did not want to store my whetstones.
Your other options are fighting a giant, stupid parrot bird, and a giant pufferfish, which is all underwater combat, or a giant sponge. A sponge cat. So a sponge cat, a dragon, a rabbit, a Baroth, or a big bird.
I do have a
And
Baroth
there goes
tail.
a... Okay, so hunting the Baroth would be beneficial. I feel like as long as Osriel focuses on smashing the Baroth's head, you can break off the ridge more frequently than I can. The ridge is something you need. I am the host here, so I have the strongest arm. Your G-rank armor will not save you.
Hello, fellow hunter.
Happy face.
Who might you be, Tweaker? You appear to be from here.
Alright, well it looks like you got the katana ready, so I guess we're ready to rock and roll. What's posted, stuff your face, and I guess we're waiting for Tweaker to also get here, and we can go.
In the charge.
Tweaker, honestly, if you use high rank armor, that's fine, just don't use, oh god, are those Morales dual swords? Or are those the Bracadillos?
What sort of meal here?
Fish and bread will, if you cook it in a specific way, will give you a skill called Weakener that allows that makes the big monster have weaker attacks sometimes. mean, it's fine if you use your G rank armor, as long as you don't use a weapon like a Brachydios weapon that will just detonate the bear off and kill it in 2 seconds before we can get any parts. Then be fine.
Yeah, what all do you need to make this armor? Because I have the ridge, the tail, and a bunch of other stuff.
You were gonna need a lot of, oh jeez, well let's see. I got there making the armor myself earlier today. Where are the parts? Where are the parts? You're going to need some, shells, you might need another ridge or something. You're going to need some parts. It'll be good to check after every run to see how you're doing in certain pieces of armor. But you only need one tail, I know that much. You only need one. And you have the one tail, so that saves us a lot of time.
Let us do battle.
Alright, let's go. Seeing as how we have 2 people that do have pretty good weapons, this will not take too long, so this will mitigate some of the time of grinding out the bear off to get some parts. Out of habit, I guess I'll take some of these.
Oh, can I go back and grab from there?
Oh yeah, you can. You can go back and grab some from the blue box.
I always forget.
What's that sword you're using right now, Tweaker? What are those dual swords? I don't remember seeing those. Or I didn't get a good look at them, rather.
Would a paintball be handy?
It wouldn't hurt to bring one. But I don't think with these 2 around, I don't think he's going to be getting away. Ah, the Plesioth swords. I never made the Plesioth dual swords. I did make the, I think I made the Plesioth long sword. Might have been that.
No idea where I'm going. What's
You'll be heading
to?
You'll be heading to Zone 3. You'll be heading toward the ping on the map.
Noted. How do you do that, by the way?
On the gamepad, for me, I have 2 buttons here that say Signal A and Signal B. You just tap them.
Okay.
Maybe different because you can't customize what's on the touchpad panel, so.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the party. Now, the long sword with X, we're allowed 2 vertical swings, and then press A to do a stab, and then press X to do another upward swing. You can combo into that really quick. And then you just keep rinsing, rinse and repeat. Same combo over and over again. For the longsword, you're holding up the bar in the upper left-hand corner. When that's full, mash R, you'll do a combo attack. On the final slash, if you hit an enemy, your weapon will gain a buff to damage. And that stacks up to 3 times. You do it 3 times consecutively. Tail whips are pretty nasty to get caught by. They're also kind of hard to dodge depending on what monster it is. Hip checks are even worse. Some monsters have a thing where they turn their entire side to you and they just ram you to the side. That attack usually does a good amount of damage. It'll knock you flat on your ass, and the hitboxes are quite big on those attacks. there's a monster later on called the Plesioth, who's basically a giant sardine. He is infamous in the monster community for having the worst hit-check hitbox in the entire game. Hopefully, we won't have to fight him too many times. If we ever get that far. I know I will. I'm going to have to fight him quite a few times, and it's going to suck. Ah, good, yes. Alright, the tail is cut.
He's still hitting me with that nub of a tail.
Yeah, that can most certainly happen, but if they hit you with a cut-off tail, it does almost no damage. Or at least as little to no damage. Oh, I got a ridge from the tail. Fantastic.
Another tail.
Well, there you go. Now if you ever need that for a weapon or something, which you might, actually, you'll have a spare. When there's things like tails and stuff that are common to get, you usually only need one or two of them at most for a suit of armor or a weapon. The game is not sadistic enough to make you get 20 of like a 4% drop for one piece of armor. The game is not that sadistic.
Jeez.
Yeah, he speeds up really fast when he's angry. Well, now he's not speeding up anymore because he's dead. I never did finish my set of Brachydios G-set armor, but Brachydios is a big pain in the ass to fight. And sadly, he's the flagship monster of this game, so Capcom really wants you to fight him a lot. Yeah, as we get to the higher ranks, some of the missions you have to do to promote to higher ranks will be fighting Brachydios, and at some point you have to fight 2 max rank Brachydios at once, and it's one of the worst things I've experienced in my life. Only because I had the 3DS version for the longest time, so I had to try and solo both of them at the same time, because the 3DS version has no online gameplay. Yeah, we could try Capture next, Osriel. Capturing monsters yields better rewards because you keep them alive, so you can get more parts, and it also gets you more money at the end. But the objective is to usually not plant a trap and put it to sleep until you see it limp away from you, and then it's weak enough to be captured. It's a lot like Pokemon. You beat it up until it wants to limp away from you in pain, then you just shove it in a trap.
I see.
But you have to hit it with a few tranquilizers first, and then it goes to sleep in the trap.
Have a good night, Wolf.
Okay, so there's a good point. Tweaker just redeemed a voucher. That means you can eat at the bar for free for this one hunt. And all of the ingredients will be fresh, so you can get maximum bonus from any combination of ingredients. It's a good thing to have.